I didn't sweep again. Alright, we are going to work on some things. Oculus plugged in these. For some reason, he printed them upside down. So the bottom is nice and smooth, but the top that you look at looks like shit. So I've got to see if I can, I don't know, do something with them. Why, like, nobody, they don't, I can't, I gotta fix them all now. Disappointed. So, I mean, I thought it would be obvious, but apparently not. Thankfully, it can be melted and cut relatively easily and trimmed down. And then heated. Not too hot, and then you can just smooth it over a little bit. Helps a bit, but like, this should have been obvious from the first one. It should have been common sense to put the rough on the back. But I'm stuck with 20 pairs of these. I've got to do all by hand. Anyway, I've dealt with worse, so I'll just keep going, I guess. I think I'm going to work on some nightmares today. Rawr. Anyway, bitching aside. Let's see what we're going to do today. Where's my remote? Right here. Do. I'm spending time with you. Do. The cat is feeling much better today, so now this is one I kind of want to do something with Gabby again. She's easy to listen to, so we'll check her out. I think she just posted a new one. Yeah, the rooters are dead. Oh god, I hate that. There we go. How you doing? Getting there. These need little sticks.
I feel so rich. I feel like a billionaire.
Oh my god, I still got faces. I missed 2 of them. I found more faces. God damn it. Alright, we'll get those after.
Alam niyo ba nakikita kong pick kay Kuya? Pag sa tama na nagpadala si Kuya ng pera, nakapagod din ako. Mas malaki pa ng konti. Yung ba? Hindi mo sa simpleng rivalry nila. As in, pero now, win-win para sa akin. Pero ngayon na nagsasanda ako ng pera, pathermically natatanggap na din ni Mama ang padala kong pera. O si Kuya na old-fashioned, nakapila pa.
May kwento ang bawat padala. Kasama ang Remitly sa lahat. One easy app para magpadala ng pera sa Pilipinas.
I turned the volume way down, by the way. I feel like this is a good level, right? Isn't that kind of loud?
Do you like jazz?
Where's my snaps? There they are.
Oh,
Alright.
I forgot to tell you guys, I had a British accent slip. I said something and I was like, why did I say it like that? I ordered some banana bread.
A banana bread.
And I was like, oh, banana bread? What? Banana bread.
Okay.
Mystery begins here. Root mania. Oh. Banana bread.
Not hot enough yet?
December 1998.
1998.
That's a long time ago, bruh.
Crash last night just outside of
Okay, it's still not hot enough yet.
I didn't know what an FMV.
aviation authorities have speculated based on the
Where's the
pilot's final
jobs?
communication that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree, his daughters, the Roottree sisters,
All 3?
and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us,
The Rootrees are dead.
are dead.
Oh. Oh. Hey there.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Root Tree Company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about
Blood.
to much.
Blood relative.
Everyone's accounted for.
Hello.
Sorting out complicated family trees.
Pardon my nose. Good to have you here. God, no one can see anything.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
There you go.
Okay. Complete the family tree of the Root Tree sisters. Siblings are in birth order. Oldest to youngest. Okay. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in names, fill in occupations, fill in the photos. Sleuth! 3, 2, 1, sleuth! Oh,
Alright.
okay. So this is the board that we're on right now. We have 2 pictures, list of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You'll need to fill in the family tree. Okay. Well, here's the root trees. We need 3 sisters, right? Can I can't click on that.
What do I have to do with your horns? Not yet.
Okay. Got milk picture. Excuse me. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Root Tree Sisters Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test.
I remember that advertisement.
With the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it."
Hello.
They're
Hi,
feeling
Harris.
like- I'm getting like
Hi, Harris.
Kardashian vibes from this. Okay, so we can take these faces. Ah.
Multitasking. There we go.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
How you guys doing tonight?
Wow. Okay. Hold on. You have a computer? Welcome to the information superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new cashew PC. Like cashew. Okay. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer. Burn a music CD to listen to later. Oh my god, burning CDs. Takes me back. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature.
Oopsie.
Cashew PCs are delicious.
Come here.
Inedible if not ready.
There we go.
No documents printing, no notifications.
Are you holding up?
Handshaking, acknowledging,
Okay.
preparing. Connected! Spider search. That's the little icon of the game. Create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. Okay. Who are the root trees? Root Tree Sisters modeling careers. Unofficial Root Tree fan site seem curated
There
by
we
a
go.
teenager neon pink with purple text. Hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS, but Riley's the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. I need to take note. Can I highlight this name? Oldest? Oh, this is interesting. And then we have Rose. What a spelling, middle child. You can name the pages too. Oh yeah, page 1. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it's behind the can, but you might think they're rich just because they're models, but their dad is also the president of a candy company and their mom Brenda is a fashion designer. This is also important. Not very-
Oopsie.
The dad doesn't have a name yet. They do modeling for the brand Root. I eat Root Tree candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps, and I try to dress in
now.
plain Root.
Where did I put those
Clothes
horns?
Like Rose does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced.
Nope.
The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about Root. Fashion
Well,
lines.
that's
been one of the
disappointing
big
because I said, well, I'm going to put these
Okay.
right here when I was cleaning up
If I
earlier today.
Google
Now I cannot find them.
Raina Root tree.
Alright, let you sit for a minute.
Okay.
Put these up and fix that monkey.
Okay. Then we have home, which is just the name. Oh, the module.
Hi guys.
Cool.
I wonder if that's an
My
idea.
notes and ducky. Don't know where to look next. If you're completely stuck, try talking to the rubber duck. Oh. This is
That'll
what's
work
playing right
much
now.
better. Oh,
Wow,
in there.
this is really impressive. Okay, so we know
There we go.
Reina root tree is the oldest, right? And, oh, look at that. I can. So it's oldest to youngest. Reina.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Occupations too. Middle child, Rose. Oh,
Close enough.
there's nobody in the list with that name.
Alright.
Riley is the bottom one. Must be a different spelling.
That saves a lot of time.
This list.
Probably not supposed to be breathing this shit in, but we seem to be.
Do you think she changed her name? Stage name? Maybe short for something? Yeah. Let's go back to the browser. Because their names or their jobs maybe were in here. Is it all just modeling? Do you think we could do another search? Rose has her ear pierced. Oh yeah. Oh, that one.
Oopsie.
So Rose has to be the middle, right? So the earrings. Good one. Yeah, the eldest is the married one. Oh, you can't really see my notes. I'm bound to be blocking something with this game.
Oh, it does catch on fire. Good to know. I suppose most plastic does, so.
Rose Ritchie is not as popular as her older sister Reina, but still very well known. Most of the time they're lumped together as Ritchie sisters. Unfortunately, the result for Rose result doesn't lead to anything different. If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. Good research tip is to make a note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them.
4, 5, 6.
The root.
Nice and soft.
Fashion lines.
There. And then when I insert them into the head, they're a little bit more stable.
Clothing company. They make clothes for children
Alright.
and toddlers.
These need to get spray painted or painted something.
Find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their products to a target audience. One of them has this to say: "You spite the sisters looking hella fly in catalogs. Now you too can be like Riley Rose."
Let's see if I can find a home face for these guys.
You come across a
Oh,
website
what a
from
mess.
Collector. Has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Reina appears on almost all of them. There's only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item. It seems that Brenda Roottree, the mother
Keep it rattling,
and
this one.
designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1995.
That's way too big.
Carly, I said this was the only daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottree. It's weird that she's still Carly then in the list. I can only delete. Can I not edit the note? Oh, I can. First name Carly. There.
Look at these guys. With their stupid big eyes.
You beg? Should help you make beg.
In public health, you're called to
Not
protect
bad, but
and save lives. To find ways to solve
I don't know if I like the purple with that. What do you think? Purple yes, purple no?
No problem, right? Not when you have world-class training like Johns Hopkins.
Experience personalized travel. It's all about what you want. in the places you've always dreamed of. Accompanied by a private guide who is a local expert. No groups, no distractions, no limits. Just the authentic best from your destination in over 100 countries worldwide. Create the journey of your dreams. Once in a lifetime, every time.
My name is Sumit Raya and I sold my car with Clutch. The process with Clutch was super simple and very efficient.
I don't like it.
The Clutch team came over to the truck. They took a look around my car. They handed me the bill of
Not
sale.
these.
Absolutely no hidden fees at all. They promised me something. They gave me the exact same thing.
Come on, there's gotta be
Whenever I
something
asked
here
question,
for
they
this
came
bottom
back
to put
right
on.
away. I would definitely recommend Clutch 100% because the experience is phenomenal. I just felt so accomplished and happy
Random
after selling my
bodies.
car with Clutch.
Did we do it though? You've locked the following optional entries. None. Booyah! Bam! Cinnamon.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet.
Potential.
To get with the times. Safe to say you're hired. The reward for
I kind of like that. Kind of cut that out though, but if I can make another one for it,
But here's the
I'll be
catch.
fine.
The root trees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
these
I'm
will
sure
do.
you'll be fine. The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family.
Ugh, I
For
hate
your
dated
purposes,
shit.
You only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling
Already
the
washed
room
and cut and
with
started and into
useful
something.
discoveries. Lastly,
I don't know
you
what.
now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable entries. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
It's not that they're all dead. Holy shit.
Sorry, one last thing.
I didn't say anything.
The colors look good.
Appreciate you very much mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Is she like a secret heir, you think? Holy fucking shit balls.
One last thing.
Oh, okay.
Make another one of these
what
flower
did you say about
shapes.
these stars?
An eyeball.
New evidence. The person who hired you gave this list and said everyone on it could be found easily via search engine. Okay. Any entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable
Probably why I'm sneezing and cutting all this fucking fake hair.
Why? Intuition. You've been in this line of time so long, in fact, you've developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence can be. The number in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelations come from retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. So there's 35 things connected to this piece of paper. 11 to this. 5 pieces. Strawberry, power plum, awesome apple, bad blue raspberry, cool chocolate. 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. 5 kids, huh? Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What even is an elderberry? Elderberry?
Elderberry?
Elderberry. Tea blast. magazine mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentioned the current calculators are not the same as back then. Okay. The news alert. The Rootry sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This includes a Slytherin. Okay. Can I zoom out? Oh, I sure can. 3 of 9. Every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. Gotcha. Yeah, true. We might have to go by the process of elimination at some point. What's this? You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require leaps of logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies.
I wonder if I can actually get this out. It's a lot of stitches in it. I was working it from the other side. That's where the back was open.
1, 2.
Oh my god, 24 people. Are you all lost? Are you okay? Do I need to call an adult or something?
What's going on here? Spouse unknown.
That must be a YouTube mix-up. Because no one's coming here to watch me cut the faces off teddy bears.
Such as the 1920s.
That much.
Founded in 1908 by Gwyneth and Elias. 3 more correct blood relatives before they can lock in. And you get bonus photos. Okay.
You stay there.
Some people are divorced. Oh, we know Brenda.
Mm.
Oh, we know a picture for her, though.
Can't marry it.
Oh, we know TMS. Okay, this is... Okay, where do we even start? Periodicals? Magazines? Oh, so it's like you need a period, like a year, and then a keyword? Public library.
I know what I
Okay,
need.
we can look for books.
It's blue. And it goes pick pick. It's for sewing.
Oh, that's the dad. Carl and Brenda are the parents. I'm gonna just use those as well. I'll use the other one when I want to like select stuff that's really important.
Oh, hello. I found some more tweezers. Nice.
Yeah, I wonder, like, who's the original who's married into the family? We need to know that kind of stuff.
And I found some more tweezers.
So, with Carl and Brenda.
I didn't find the thing I was originally looking for, though.
So the dad must be.
That kind of sucks.
President of Candy Company and Doc. Found it with his wife. There's a short press release. 1998. Heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, the sisters, and the other employees that perished in a terrible tragedy. The entire Rootry family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence would be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we want you to join us.
Found it.
Looking back fondly on
The stabby thing with the sharp point.
triumphs and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. His great-grandfather, Carl, earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title.
Oh, wait, let me just finish putting the face back on before I unplug it.
Oh, I can't Control X that. Okay, copy. So this goes for Carl. Oh, can I... Okay. Carl.
Carl?
Carl.
That
Okay.
kills people.
There we go.
Where are the lifeboats, Carl?
That's
At the
it.
bottom of the ocean.
Why is this yellow? And this one isn't. Oh, because this is highlighted. Oh.
What are we standing in, Carl? Strawberry milkshake.
I gotta do this. Highlight his name. And then for the note, can I copy? Yeah, copy and paste. Save. That's how we did it. Okay. We're figuring it out. So Watchman of the Year is going to come back at some point. Okay, so let's go back to the board.
Yep, I'm doing this.
So now
I'm going
we
to see if I
know
can do it.
The spouse is Brenda.
Pardon me, Jesus. Remind me not to eat that again.
I guess. And then this is Carl. And he is CEO of multiple things.
Are you set
I
yet?
want to fill in TMS, but I don't. Maybe we should search Reina spouse.
There's that.
Around here, it's not a
Oh, it's broken.
Oh, I love those chairs.
Are you full stack market spending all day switching between platforms? Now with Semrush
Let's see. You. Come here.
You pick and pay for exactly what you need, all in one place.
It's the tedious work. Oh, you're sideways again. Yeah, TikTok must be, or TikTok. YouTube must be busted tonight if you're hanging out here with me. But, be appreciative if you slap me with a thumbs up before you head out. Maybe get me to my people somewhere out there.
Common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob, Tommy Mark Sheridan. Thomas Sheridan. There we go. Okay, how do we get a picture of Carl? Because we tried to find Carl. Maybe he's in the newspaper. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. History. Okay. This 1998 December, Retreat Candy Company released. So maybe if we search 1998. Am I doing this right? We should look. Oh, we need the name. Okay. Oh, news organizations.
Look on this side.
Look up the award. Oh, yeah.
getting there,
that's a good
yeah.
thing to Google. Watchman of the Year. New periodical added, Business Watch. Oh,
Here.
thank you. I see. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another and will often write about major changes in management and famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured this. Elias Roottree, great grandfather of Carl. Business Watch does not host
This is a
any
waste
online
of my
archives on
time.
any site you can find through spider search, maybe.
This is a waste of my time.
Okay, so
This is a waste of my time. Do something more productive.
Business Watch magazine. Go here. It's printing something. Voted Watchman of the Year for his work 1987 with Root Dot. How do I... Did they print it? There he is! Carl. Grabs life by the roots. Also, there's 3 things in this picture. 1987, December, Business Watch. The time, maybe?
Magical Leopardon,
Okay,
Charlie.
one thing at a time.
Gonna go to with the Candy Mountain. Shine the non-believer, shine.
Because this is done. How do I verify it? Oh, every
Why
time
aren't
you
I
get
stopping?
additional relatives, blood relatives. So Thomas doesn't count, Brenda doesn't count. So we only have done one so far. Okay. It said his great grandfather was Elias, right? Where's my notes here? So a great grandfather. How does that work again? So it's father, grandfather, great grandfather. Oh yeah, Elias. There he is. Oh, Gwyneth. What's your maiden name? Oh, there's 2 Gwyneths. So we'll have to. We can maybe Google Gwyneth Anderson. Let's try if there's see if there's a hint. It's printing again. Information about the first Anderson maple farm. A few pictures, including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. Oh, I did it! I did a thing, guys! Okay.
Getting there. It's always Christmas.
Where is she?
And this is not a Christmas gift. It's supposed to be a next week present.
Cool.
Not a present, a item people give me money for.
There they are. And then she must be Anderson, because that's the first one I've tried. Okay, back to the evidence. Famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Root Tree taken in 1909 after they founded the candy company, but before it was a success. From what you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable root trees list in your evidence. They will be marked on the chart with a star. And a star! Okay.
Okay, I ain't got time for this.
Elias and Gwyneth.
I ain't got time for this.
So if they founded...
I have stuff to finish.
Does that mean they were co-founders? I guess that would make them CEO.
Okay,
Right?
what am I doing with this?
Director. Losing it at baby being a job. Oh, hold on, wait, what? Baby! That's me.
Okay,
My
I just need to touch up them teeth and let them dry.
Rick Coffey, president instead of CEO. I think he's CEO because his evidence on his page said... Oh, president. Oh, no, you're right. Oh,
What
you're right.
the hell happened to this?
I think you're right. But CEO, I think, too. And here I would have to pick 1 through 5. Oh, so that's the generation, right? So first generation, second, third, fourth. Fourth generation president of the candy company, which would make this one third, second.
There we go.
Oh no, wait.
Teeth are
It doesn't
touched
have
up.
to be this line. It could be a
She dries,
bunch of
she's ready to go.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I take that back. Let's not get hasty. But he is definitely first president.
Alright.
Because, let's be honest, this 1908, there's no way she's going to be president on paper, even if she's a co-founder. He's the current president. So he's
What did I do with these horns?
because he's last.
What did I do with you?
Right.
Did I put them over the teeth? No, I didn't.
Because he was president until now, right? Until he died. So maybe a generation above him, someone died prematurely, and then a brother or sister took over. Do you think we can get away with
No, that
calling
just makes
her
me go
president
horse.
as
Or a deer, rather, so that's not what I'm looking for.
well? Have you read all of this?
If I find one later. I made like 4. So they should be not that far.
She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson Maple farm so long as she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias' idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors. This led to 5 pieces, which are still found in to this day. Though the Root Tree Candy Company expanded well beyond the
Oh,
original
dear.
farm and has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that
Probably with hot glue. It's like hot glue will loosen hot glue if hot glue is hot.
Early 1900s. It says housewife at the end. It does, but it also said that she co-founded the company, right? Do you think she's just housewife?
Okay, plugging you back in. Oh dear. Oh, you live. Sort of.
Yeah. Oh. This is nice though. It's nice that there's no penalty for getting it wrong. Like I think as soon as you put the right answer in.
I found him yesterday.
He did it.
He didn't do anything. Maybe just need to get the right temperature.
Sheridan.
Yeah, enough of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that means we did those. Yeah, the yellow. We did. Correct. How nice. Let's go back to the notable list. Easy to find online. Should we have a look at Gwyn? Just go down the list. Gwyn and research.
There we go.
You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Roottree is somewhat well-known actress who... Oh, actress. Oh, that's just my remark. We'll go into sleep. Okay, Gwyn Roottree. Actress. Active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. Maybe we can Google that. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Oh, thank you. Evidence. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's like Marilyn Monroe. Okay. Films, actress. Oh, hold on. Click on this and then this. There you go. Did you know Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias? Ooh, granddaughter. Roottree, the founder of candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name, which is quite rare in those days. Oh. Okay. How should I write this down? So the mother is a Roottree. Dad took her name. Okay, let me just write it like that. So, granddaughter of Elias, but we don't know who her father is, right? We know that she divorced. Split up.
Jesus, 33. Yeah, TikTok or
There's
TikTok.
only one
Jesus,
granddaughter who...
you guys must be lost. YouTube algorithm must be down or something because they don't push this live stream for obvious reasons. But if you could slide me with a thumbs up before you head out for the night,
So
I'd
she
appreciate
is
that.
Gwyn.
I even got the whippersnipping done today. I was so
Do we know?
not wanting to get
No,
this
we didn't read
stuff
her.
working on.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And the mother is the Roottree, the dad took the name. I'll just put in... I can't put anything in. If I wanted to put like a little note, early note in, like this is the mom, but I can't do that. Okay. That's Gwyn done. Unknown male. Can I... Oh, I can do that. Oh. Okay, wait. So... Like that, right? Female, male. I don't know if I can find more about her. Wild Bill Williams. Oh, you come across some mentions of her marriage. I didn't think this would hit anything. Wild Bill Williams. They divorced before the birth of her second child. You find some information. Oh, yeah, it is the same site. Same site. While Bill Williams is the leading man of some non-notable movies from the 1950s, he appeared in a documentary called Fortune Favored the Brave, which has yet to be released for home audience since you don't find any additional information. He was known for his good looks, off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. Famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe. I was saying that she looked like her. At a party, and that she was already aware of his reputation. While Bill grew up in Paris, France, he returned there often. Okay, Williams. Maybe we can find a Williams? No. There's Wilkins, Wilson, but nothing close to it. Maybe we can look up her kids? He grew up in France. Yeah, so this must be a stage name. Maybe we should try another one of the list. Maybe it links up somehow. Let's look at Red Rootry. Aloysius Herring Rootry. Oh my
Aloysius.
God. An appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for 6 days. Politician. Who earned his nickname ironically because he's the ambassador to Ireland. Sure, what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he heard disparaging his position on the Irish people. He had tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Rootry Cannon Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence. He was defeated in a landslide. Wait, so he's not actually Rootry? Okay. So that's why he's a red herring. Jim Rootry. James Rootry, singer, sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. What a name! Wife is Diamond LaRue. Considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song "Rollin' On Down to the City." It's now in your evidence folder. Thanks. Though Jim writes the majority of the songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit and has its fans, who refer to themselves as the Diamond Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music throughout the 80s and 90s. Cherry Tree, Sound of Laughter. Jim has become a bit of a recluse and hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. He's fake. Wow. What a face. As seen in only the great grandson of Elias Rootry could make disco this sweet. Okay, grandson of Elias. That's important. Where are my notes? At grandson
Yep.
of Elias. Yep. Okay.
You're not on my channel because you're supposed to be here, but welcome. This is as exciting as it gets. But if you'd be so kind as to slap me with a thumbs up before I head out for the evening, always appreciated.
Unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from earlier discos. Great grandson. Hold on. Oh yeah. I in my head my brain was thinking he's great and a grandson. He's great. He's a great guy. Roller discos, because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says only great grandson, and it's credited to Peter Janowich. You might be able to Google him. He seems to be a music critic. Trying to mention on the fan website about a band unrelated to the Root Trees. He used to work for Modern Music Monthly. Ooh. That's a magazine. Wait, it might have been here. I think this is the article. And then the name. There you go. Great many reviews and articles from Modern Music Monthly. You don't see anything relevant anywhere in the first few pages. Too many to go through them all. If you're looking for specific album names or artist names, you may have better luck. Okay.
Okay. Work. Maybe a bit more of a curve.
Rolling on down to the city.
Rolling on down to the city. Gonna have a grand time.
A review and
Something
interview
like
from
that.
1979 titled A Reluctant Hitmaker, Jim goes into his first band. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were in the C&J and J&D with my cousin and his ex. I never knew his father, Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spend time with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are sisters. So the four of us had sort of a cutesy family band thing going on. Not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. No more family band. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even then we never agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes. Something you hum a week later. I've been told Roland is like that, but that wasn't my goal. When he called me up, I said he liked it. I took it as a sign I was going in the wrong direction musically. That made him laugh, but I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agree. For most of the decade he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started rapper tunes, and he's a much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. It's also how my father was connected to Root Tree. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player. But I guess I was never...
This is going to be his new mouth. I'm going to do a couple of nightmare smiles. That's what I'll call them. Nightmare smiles.
Listen to the song for an achievement. I can listen to the song underneath the album art. Oh. Hold on.
I'll have to disappear in another 40 minutes to go drug the...
This is all copyright free? That's crazy. Oh, turn it up!
Whoopsie.
Feel it. Jam and Diamond. This is actually fun. This is very current.
Should have done this and painted it before I assembled it. But hindsight's 20/20, and I'm an idiot to begin with, so... Way too much paint in here.
This is gonna be stuck in my head. Awesome. That was great. Let me bring that back.
No, I didn't spray a leak. Sounds good.
For that jazz from the back to torment me. So, great grandson. It says something about a cousin, right? Clark never knew his father. Spent time with my dad and me. Well, they grew up like brothers, but they're not actually brothers.
Yeah.
Jane and Diamond are sisters. Yeah. Oh, there's my cousin and his ex. C and J and J and D. So Jim and Diamond, Clark and Jane.
That should
So
do.
Clark is his cousin.
Okay.
Clark is.
I'll put this under the dryer for a minute, make another one.
You think you can add that? Oh, that was Carl. Oh, I thought that was Clark. Don't forget, family trees are surnames from birth, even if the person changed the last name. For marriage, always use a person's most recent location. Okay.
Finish using this, I guess.
Great against some other ways. Well, I think we don't know where we're going. Same generation as Carl, yes. Yeah. And we know that he's a starred one, right? Hold on. There's only one other star. Shouldn't be this star.
Good. A little bit of cardboard. Yeah, definitely. Nobody else screaming on YouTube tonight.
Yeah. Let me see. James. Seems like. What's his last occupation? Bit of a recluse, hasn't made public appearance. I think he still counts as singer. I don't think anything else is mentioned. Oh, advertising. Artist? Musician. There you go. Diamond can't. I was gonna say Diamond can't possibly be her real name, but I guess so. Oh, she doesn't need a picture though. Oh, maybe here. Yeah, she gets a little picture.
Hmm.
Do that.
Too small.
Cousin of James Tree.
Gotta figure out what to stick horns in so I can spray paint them. We'll figure something out.
He's like we started Rapper Tunes, which is a much better jingle writer. Oh, so he's a jingle songwriter. Jingle writer. Rapper Tunes. Yeah, Rapper Tunes we might be about to search. True. A website about Rapper Tunes Rafferty LaRue. Oh, I heard he's a writer, right?
Let's see, I have
on it,
yellow
there is
and
an about
blue.
page where you find a picture
So.
of the inspiration of the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. But below that is Randy Clark in his department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest Katrina from Katrina. Married with children. Youngest Katrina. And nothing else. Photos now in your evidence.
I'm gonna do 4 of them in
Okay,
pink.
2 kids. Another photo on the website, inspiration for an acting campaign. His wife, yeah, trying to get Katrina the
You
youngest.
missing a horn? Oh god, it's like I can't fucking count.
Did he marry Diamond or Jane? I don't think he married
Alright, I'm gonna spray paint these,
them, did he?
and I'll be back in a moment.
Diamond and James are together. And then, but they split, something happened, right? When Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. So no way, he hooked up with Diamond's youngest sister, and that's why the band fell apart. But that wouldn't prove that that's who he married. What was it? Clark and Jane? Oh no, Jane LaRue? Del Vecchio listed on the talent for hire site as a wedding singer. Way down in the credentials section of her biography, it mentions she got a start as a young girl when she was Jane LaRue of the Lucky LaRues. It also mentions to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her, and that any and all inquiries about her past or sister would be ignored. Clark was married to Jane until he cheated with her younger sister. Oh. And now she's called Jane Del Vecchio. Okay, same result. The Lucky LaRues. Ha! In an article from 1968, you find a small section focusing on young upcoming talent. The LaRue sisters got their start doing session work for their great-uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from that period, 60s, 65, that featured the voices of kids, they were probably involved. Back then, they were credited as the Lucky LaRues. Now that he's passed, they moved on to bigger and better ventures and are going by their full names. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces, ever heard of the Root Trees, and are looking to release an album sometime in the next year. Youngest Kim is about to step in a prominent role on Broadway, taking over for one of the children, Oliver. Kim. So Diamond, Jane, and Kim. So do you think he married Kim? Kim LaRue? He slept with Kim, yeah. I don't know if that means he ended up with Kim, but you can Google Kim. Nothing like that.
Pain in my ass.
So
Give me your horse.
on the list. Lauren. Author, books. Lauren Roottree, a distant relative.
So you hanging around. Thank you guys for the thumbs up tonight. Appreciate your patience.
You have to. Realistically, though, you would find it with just the last name. There you go. According to a website about famous authors in the early 1960s, oh damn, it's printing a lot. It turns out, remember those days? Or actually, for me, I never print anything anymore. So for me, it takes me back to college, but that fear that sinks in when you think, oh, I'll just print that, and then you realize that you started printing something that's like 50 pages, and then you're like, no, the ink. And in my case, I'd be like, oh, somebody's so mad at me. Okay. According to a website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Laura released a few romance novels under her married name.
Okay, soon time to release the hounds.
Okay, hold on. She needs to get her name is married Laura Rafferty. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries under her famous family about her tombstone, they insisted she release them under her original name, Laura Roottree, to take advantage of the family's notoriety. The selection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars, spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing time and social life all the way through the entry into Vietnam.
I hate these.
While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise.
I like those too much to use for this.
Show an evolution
You guys. You don't match, but I'm not going to say anything. Neither will you.
After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottree. This included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans referred to as a Court Jester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she's listed as retired. I don't know if that still counts then. Maybe that retired is Carl's mom. Maybe. My Life Between Wars. You hit the jackpot. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures. Summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particular information. It's okay. And then Romance in Court. Soft cover. Romance novel. The about author's blurb mentions she has had inspiration
Wonder
from
if I
one of
have
her brother
Deepening
Clancy's
set.
lectures on the Middle Ages. Brother Clancy. Which tree? Wow. Life Between Wars. Excerpts from the diaries of the tree. Schoolbound Publishing.
Blah, blah, blah.
Lauren Ritchie captures the evolution of in perspective from adolescence to adulthood. The
Oh, the cardboard's not all the way up. Oh, really? Maybe a wider now. Release me!
Diary entries from 40s to 65. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Jacob died. Oh, Jacob.
Ooh, gotta put you somewhere before you spill. Got it.
Husband
There we go. Oh, that one.
is Jacob Rafferty. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son Clark alone. Clark! Son Clark. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. Okay. That will help us finding her. Okay, wait. So we know
Rawr.
that it's his cousin.
It's a nightmare.
So wait, cousin is your parents' brother or sister's kid, right? So Clark has to be on his line, and she has to have a star. Oh, here maybe. And we have, oh, there's two. There's two stars. And they both only have one kid. This one has room for a picture though. So it could be that this is her then. Clark is divorced. So that must be this one. Did he marry, divorce, marry, and two kids? Oh, these are the kids from the pictures then. Yeah.
This is one of them trust the process kind of things. Fucker, you're hot.
Okay, wait. So this means that he had another kid, right? And that kid married someone? Spouse. So this is Clark. Which means his mom is this lady, and this is Jacob. Holy shit. Okay, she is... Who is she? It's so many names. My brain is like slowly getting more and more scrambled. Lauren.
That should be back further.
And she is retired. Okay. Writer then?
Release me.
Author?
That was my bad.
Author,
I knew I should have put
artist,
the brace.
author.
I didn't know, but I should have realized.
Yes!
There we go. That gives me that happy smile. It gives me that smile.
Hell yeah. And we did Diamond and Jacob. Nice. Woo. Booyah. Progress. She's back.
That gives me.
Thank you.
Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some first hires. But I unearthed a photo from the 1970s Weekly Review.
Ah, now you have new information. Ooh.
We've traced 9 blood relatives so far.
Have I?
Lots more to share after we find one more.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
here's my teeth.
Oh, you've uncovered so little of this whole thing. Good though.
Oops.
Okay. Well,
Cover up the back first.
because we know this guy is Clark.
It don't really matter too much what it looks like because it's going to be in the back and no one's going to
And
really
he's
see
the
it.
Jingle guy. How? What the fuck is his musician?
A
Did you say
musician.
advertising? Okay, and he was with Jane first, right? But then he slept with Kim? But we think she might be Kim. Oh, he is messy. Okay, we don't know enough about him
That's
yet.
because he
for
can't
that.
keep it to
Oh,
himself.
Yeah, we don't know her name yet. She could be Kim, but Kim could also be here, kid, and then divorced, and then moved on to someone else. We know some of the kids' names.
Yep.
Because she
Got
was
that over there. These are the teeth. I make them individually.
Numbers Katrina,
Just pain in the ass.
Rafferty LaRue. There you go.
What you do? Make the
Rafferty
bleed.
LaRue, so this has to be a LaRue.
And then you get two
So
pointy
maybe
teeth,
he
just
did
like that.
end up with Kim? What would be her occupation? Baby. Child. Like, what do I put in? Media mogul. I guess kind of a model if she was used in an ad campaign, maybe. Student.
Child star.
K-12. Lovely. Kindergarten year 12. Oh, okay. I'm thinking she has to be young as well. So this has to be Kim then.
Gotta go over there
Her
so I
name
don't
is
whack you.
Rafferty LaRue. It has to be a
By
LaRue
accident.
mom.
I'm getting that
Maybe
in
if we Google Kim
the
LaRue.
back of the hand or
Have we
something.
done that? Oh, I also have 11 new evidence entries.
I haven't put ribs on anything in a while.
Vote for Stephanie Jones. Better than Butler County. Oh, there are 4. Stephanie Jones. She got a baby on the way. Take a picture. Should we have his face as well? Okay. Stephanie Jones. She might be Stephanie Roottree. Taking on her husband's name. This is buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It was a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times. Did search as one of the articles already? I don't think we did. No, we did Business Watch and
How did I do
Modern
those ones?
Music Monthly.
Yeah, we'll find them eventually. They were back down to my normal streaming numbers. That's okay.
You can search for Stephanie Jones.
Oh, jeez.
Did it. But let's read this first. That's ready for next. Okay. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of life. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own, she's not 22 and pregnant, is she? Due around Christmas. That's very young. And running for city council. Maybe she was 10 and then 22 years later. Baby of her own due around Christmas. The message for voters is simply, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation. CM. We don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but talk to your girls. Supporting Stephanie. Interesting. Oh, most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a report containing the election results from last month. She won. You also find the full version of the newspaper clipping. Most of it is unimportant. You do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon. Here we go. Married to Brian Jones.
Put down on the glass for a quick cool.
Her whole life, Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entire female influence. Ooh, 2 moms. though she is a distant cousin of the Rootries. Cousin of Rootries. Her mother, Carolyn. So CM. Carolyn M. A local artist who has appeared on the front page of the has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand the maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Spread love, not war. Okay, her mom is Carolyn. So Carolyn must be a sister to Carl, right? Is she on our starred list? Miracle Jr. What the fuck? Miracle Jr.? Oh. Cute. His photo is tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, "To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over." Okay. As for myself, it's impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we thought it too late for me to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust. And then it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. Okay. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Debbie, husband, Ernie, child, Nicole. Don't really know who they are just yet, but they're close to Carl.
Ay, fuck it. I did it again, didn't I?
Couldn't make me feel maybe not that close. This one's new as well. This photo is a note attached from your
Yeah.
Here's a bonus.
One day I'll learn, but today is apparently not that day.
Out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo, couldn't make the reunion, wish you well. From Paris, Gwen and the boys. From Paris?
Ah, Paris.
Julia?
Ah, Petty. City of love.
Gwen and the boys. So this is Gwen.
You think Venice?
Are these your kids?
Oh, Venice. Verona. With the story of Romeo and Juliet would be the city of love.
There she is.
Okay.
And her boys. We don't know what age they are though. This one looks younger. I'm just gonna we can swap them later.
God, there's nothing on the
So many
camera.
pictures. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation.
Ooh, my
This
nose.
creepy kid here. What the fuck? I will murder you. Wow, look at that rainbow tie. Ahead of your time, dude. Caption: an attempt to recapture the spirit of the Five Pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looks a lot like Pop did in the old one. Who is Eli? But I was outvoted by my brothers. Oh, that's not Eli. They insisted the four of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. Oh, so these four, maybe? The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Yeah, there's no Blondie in it. Grandma includes Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in, since he's technically a five-piece. I guess my inner child still holds it after all these years. So Miracle is in this picture. Whoever that is. Okay, well let's... Okay. Oh!
Oh.
Eli. That's Eli. Dear God. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Rootries would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This one is from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Oh yeah, he does look like him. Okay. There are a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next president, Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Carolyn, Gwyneth, M, Gwendolyn, Mary Jr., Jim Rootry, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That'd be close enough.
11, 12.
Work with
Okay,
this.
I'm assuming the kid didn't leave the signature, right? These are definitely Gwen's
I'm gonna paint
kids,
this,
right? From
put
the
it to
photo
dry, then I'm
pairs.
gonna go drug the cat, and I'll be back.
There. Unless she's Gwendolyn or Gwyneth. Well, we know his name is Eli. Oh wait, Eli. One of these is Eli then. But we don't know which one is Eli. Or maybe I
Really should have
replace
painted this
pictures,
beforehand. But I'm an idiot.
just so I can put Eli in. Oh, Eli for Elias. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, so we don't really know yet. They could be the same person.
When was it?
Honestly, look at that. Just smiling? Not smiling. Her kids are not in the photo.
1 moment, please.
They look a whole lot alike, though. Well, we know for sure that these are her kids, at least, so we just need to find out which one of them is married. That's a whole bunch of
A pain in my ass. I didn't give myself.
iPad kids. Okay. Ooh, big necklace.
Working on monsters. The
Lauren's
couch.
diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces.
Coffee tables look
so
good.
These are the original 5 kids. This photo was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse.
Do you have a specific one you have in mind? Question mark. They vary in prices.
So this is Lauren's father. So it has to be this person. Oh wait, I'm gonna add it to faces.
Should have done this beforehand, but I am an idiot. I am an idiot.
This
I am an idiot. Should have done this beforehand, but I am an idiot. Now we do things the hard way.
I think.
Writing would be easier, but I don't have any black right now.
The warehouse, the Eli Jr. Okay. Angie and I both wanted to be in the picture since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a photo. They just posed them and pretended to take a picture. Aunt Gwendolyn, though. So that means she has... Oh, Gwendolyn has to be one of the other... Okay. We can add that to Lauren's notes. Aunt Gwendolyn. From marketing materials and various candy history sites, you learned that 5 pieces are the iconic candy sold by the Rootry Candy Company. Although they're no longer the company's only popular product, they still sell well to this day. 5 pieces are small, colorful, shell-coated maple candies that since the late 20s have been pressed into the shape of a maple leaf, although they usually have one flavor that looks more like a berry. As tastes have changed over the years, so have the 5 flavors, but the shape and combination with maple have remained consistent. There's also a history of print advertising website.
Put this in the heater, and I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Scanned from a book called The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2, by Charles Lee. A book, okay? Charles Lee.
Alright.
Nice, got it. This is part of the book series about all things candy. Starts in 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. It includes some print actions, a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s. Wait, this one still has new on it. I'm just using it. It still says new. Where's your new, sir? Oh. Oh. Wait. This one has lots of pages. Granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossels, but she hardly ever mentions them. Hold on, we go back. The Cossels? Sarah Cossel, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Granddaughter, Elias and Gwyneth. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Rootry. Yes, he was a lawyer. Okay, we're getting there. I always need to be like, not that one. No, not that one. This one, yeah. Held to write legal documents called the Clanset Trust. It's clear from context that the Rootrys have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family, and Lauren used them often. 5 pieces. The first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. Next one is Lawrence, and the Free Spirits is the generation after Lawrence. Oh, including her son. Okay, then. The entry entitled Complaints from Lauren's Diary, written in 1953, seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwyn, who is on the notable list. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwyn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but felt on deaf ears. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, so Margot is another aunt, here, Margot. I hoped she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. She just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me, even now, from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlet and tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Rootry woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me, and now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. Yeah, I wouldn't say you're that unlucky if you're rich every way you turn. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do have been. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Rootry's Diary, 1958. The day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president, and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I'd been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Okay, so we know her dad is the lawyer, so we know now that one of the kids is a preacher and an architect. So it's the 5 pieces refusing to step up. It came down to us next gens. Oh, so it skipped a generation. Okay. So none of the 5 pieces actually were president. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Rootry name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Okay, so Zach is second president. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Okay, I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always, we might be able to Google Zach. Has always had a very particular views when it comes to the bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. Okay, hold on. Angie is older than Zach. And I'm the oldest of us all, but he just laughed. I'll never, so that's between the cousins, maybe? I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, even the quick-witted, at least with canny remarks, countered back, maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Oh. So the heavier set person is Zach. We still have a star here. So this must be Miracle then, right? Is that the last star we have? Yeah. Okay. What a name. Whoever that is. Zach is the son of the firstborn, right? Second child of first piece kid. But we don't know. Oh, wait. It's oldest to youngest, so this has to be here then. So it's one of these two. Back to this one. Ended up going to Zach. His surname doesn't match the candy. He's the firstborn son on the firstborn 5-piece. So it's the older son. Okay. The older son of the oldest. So that means he's all the way on the left. So this is Zach Wilson. Oh, but CH though? Could be. A girl was older than him. Oh, he's the oldest son. Hold on. Firstborn son, yeah. Not the oldest, okay. Oh, nice, and then it deletes it there. So, hold on. Angie's older than Zach. Angelica? But Morden? Hold on. If he's a Wilson. Jem, Jason, and Steven. Hold on. Oh, Zachariah Morden. That makes more sense. Hold on. Morden? Angelica. That could be Angie. Okay. And we know his job. He is second president. And it's you indeed. He took over from Pop Elias.
Alright,
Well, not the
I'm
Pop,
back.
but
The cat has been drugged.
of the family. And we know that
Oh god, what happened to my camera?
that mouse by the other family member for being heavy. Hey.
Alrighty.
Nice. Booyah. I like that it says booyah. Nice. Good. Okay. Making progress. This was good as well. Ooh, yes. Okay. Oh, and Kim confirmed correct as well. Great. Okay.
Alright, time to make a mouth.
But not Jane. Okay, so Jane might have to go here then. So before he was with Jane, he was
Where'd the
with
tongue go?
someone else.
It's over there.
And he had a kid with Jane, LaRue.
Oh,
Do we
cool.
have more LaRue?
I need to put a tongue there, so you're in the way right now.
Jessica? Rafferty LaRue, though. So these are Rafferty LaRue's, so she has to be Jessica then. Jessica and Katrina. Okay. Well, we still have stuff to read through. We were in the middle of something. Let's see. Yeah, so we did this, the canny remark. Fucking bitch. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren. 1963. From a previous entry, we learned that Elias Routry had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Okay. Wales had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told to trim their branches from the local tree. So why is Sam special?" Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Secret family member? A fling, maybe? Secret bastard child? Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys,
Yellow
spent
and
ages
green
trying to
was
unravel
kind of
mystery.
cool.
I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Uncle Junior?
Yellow and
Miracle
green,
Junior
question
married
mark?
Patsy?
Oh dear, I've made so many things I don't know which one that is. LOL.
Patsu? No, Patsy. Patsy could be Patricia. Joan and Kristen. Okay. At the reception night, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Nancy swore Sam working alongside the farm hands EC and John when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest son, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seemed thrilled. Eli is Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Miracle Juniors? No, he only had one kid. Oh, wait, hold on. She says, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. So she has a Miracle brother. Oh, this is confusing. At the end of the day,
There we go.
why
We start
outside
filling in the
has
teeth.
cozied into family affairs, especially when
Tedious.
we work on the farm
I
of
know.
all places. Whatever happened
This
to
needs to
blood
heat up for
sticker
another
and
minute.
syrup?
I'm gonna put this nightmare in the heat to dry.
Found out. One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Routry's diary, written in 1964. Okay, Clark. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18. Ooh, that is young. And Daniel is much older. Clark is getting married. Which Clark? Oh, our Clark? Danielle, first wife. Daniel Franks. Okay. No wonder he divorced then if you married that young. Openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jake and Mike are married 16! Are you fucking kidding me? Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians. Can you even get married at 16 anymore?
Oh,
Do you
legal.
have to be 18 plus?
Nope. Child marriage is legal in most states.
They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Carl forced Clancy. Does that mean Clancy is the parent? Ooh, we have a Clancy Jr. Could that mean... maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Huh?
Black.
I've gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Edward is set to retire. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. Let's take that to the books. This is Lauren, right? What's her name? Lauren Routry. Yes, she used a different name at the time. I forget what it is. What was her author name? Did we write that down? Was it Rafferty? Out of print. No copies available. Re-released as X marks the spot.
I like that re-release name.
According to the back of the book, this is a buried treasure by Lauren Rutry and from the author of the Court series. Keep an eye out for Lauren Rutry's next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later.
No.
Nice, got it. This was a version of Lauren
Cool for a
Rutry's
minute.
diary released in 1975. Unlike the original, it contains no pictures but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects: the death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. We got the juice.
Got the
The
tea?
juicy juice.
The juice now, or is it still tea?
Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits in any other family did all end up on the streets, even Clark. That's the last page. It's a miracle, a modern candy for a modern society. Rutry's 5 pieces contain 5 different maple-infused flavors. The Rutrys are a proud family business. Flavors inspired by our children. G for grape, E for elderberry, C for cinnamon extract, M for melon, M for miracle berry. Is this supposed to spell something? Miracle berry is a burst of beautiful, blossoming, blended berries. Try it today. Initials of the kids. Could be. 1928 states the flavors by their children, and the order is:
If you bake, should help you make bake.
There. What do you think?
The number one tip I would give anybody is go slow. Go to town with that shaving cream. Just go, like, you shouldn't even see your skin. EL shave cream. You know, period.
Alright. Now I gotta put it in.
It's on now at Sport Check from June 5th to 18th. Shop savings up to 60% off. Find amazing deals on golf, bikes, shoes, and more. See in store or sportcheck.ca for more details.
so maybe oldest kid G, then E. So G, E, C, E, and M. G, A, C, E. Could that be it? G, E, C, E. Clancy Edward. Yes, I guess right. Okay. M and M. 5 pieces. Children. Initials.
Oh, there's beans in there. So it might be giving me a problem.
Which
Gonna have to get the mouth in
M.
and then restuff around it.
It could be MB.
Blah, 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 blah.
It kind of looks the way.
I'm sleeping, I'm dead, I guess. I shouldn't say that too much. I have a CT scan in November. Make sure nothing on my lungs are growing.
Gwendolyn Margot.
What do you think? Oops.
Yeah, Gwendolyn.
Okay.
We have Margot Miracle. What a name, Miracle. What was the CE again? Nancy Edwards. So who's E? We're missing E. Elias Jr. Oh yeah, we need an Elias Jr. That's true.
I'm just gonna stick my fingers in his
Okay,
face a bit
let's
deeper.
see.
Sure that won't cause any
Gwendolyn.
lasting side effects. PTSD.
Retreat. Pastor Mary Morden.
There we go.
We have Gwendolyn Morden and Gwendolyn Roottree. But she's the kid, so she has to be Roottree. She's the bloodline. Has to be James then, that she married, right? James Morden. Then the next kid is Elias Jr. Then we have Clancy Edwards, Margot.
This is only the third one of these I've done, so I'm still working on the
And
system.
Miracle. Who has a kid? Miracle Jr. Yes. Okay. Good. Awesome. Oh, new pages here.
I'm liking that.
Scandal.
Ooh, a
The
scandal.
new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release. Oh yeah, here we go. Elias Rootry had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud. Samantha Rootry. Oh, Sam. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the right to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secret came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam, that she was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Okay, Elias Jr. and Patricia. Patsy. But they weren't married. No. So how do we put that in? Well, let's keep reading for now. Patricia, the daughter of the local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Rootrys. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as E.C. Patricia was married off to a much older man. Wait. Yeah, not the brother. Married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Oh, so
Oh, good. They did have a happy ending.
So he just married very late. Patricia Christensen.
Fine. I'll go in the back. All right.
There she is. So they got together much later then. And Samantha is their actual legit child now. Huh. And she gets to run the farm. Does that make her the president? No, because that would be at the same time as Zach.
Nope. Well, I'll stick down there. Stick.
Okay.
Don't run away from me.
Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. That is really tragic and sweet. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Rootry in the first place. Oh, that's good of Elias, I think. Even though she was not part of the Clancy trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs, and that was what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Oh, wait, it says we still have more. Okay. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Rootry. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her... Oh, so Ernie Jr. is the nickname for Elias Jr. We found something. Oh, here, Ernie. I wrote it like that, Ernie. Child Nicole.
I fucked this up. I knew better.
Ernie,
Why did I do that?
Wait, but that's a different Ernie then. Ernest.
Fuck me. I did that to myself and no one else. I do some work too.
Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. There's been a long time since the real Rootry was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwen is the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. I immediately said that. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Ooh, black hair and green eyes. That should help us. Patsy. Do we have any pictures that are like that? Oh, we don't need one for Patsy. But If she's the spitting image. There. Green eyes, black hair. Could be. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. The children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha, for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. God, this is so... the phrasing. Oof. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller.
They were roommates, best friends, amigos, compadres.
If I were her, I might never forgive them either, but even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred from Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. And they were roommates. We did make note of a gay couple, didn't we? Two moms? I think I wrote down two moms for someone. Stephanie, I passed it. Landon, two moms. So much goss in these diary pages. Reading this back, I get déjà vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Rutri is ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. And even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. But before she had her second. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I could only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Wait, Clancy, Edward? Your Pop? Or... I'm getting confused. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers. Oh yeah, that's true. Whatever he could.
Messed up.
Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended. So who knows what causes these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. Lord knows I was right last second. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it, there are 4 Elis for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior and Miracle's Eli, or Eli C. So Miracle's Eli is Miracle's son, Eli. So Miracle has a Miracle Junior and an Eli. Oh, we still have a C and an M. Oh god, this is so confusing. Jim? Eli M is Miracle. Uncle Junior is Elias Jr. That one we have.
Alright. Cool down.
Wendy's grilled cheese cheeseburger has not one, but 2 grilled cheeses. Clearly, it's a grilled cheese sandwich. In fact, it's sort of like 3 grilled cheese sandwiches in one. Try one today.
They're Miracle's Eli, or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. Who is Elias's mother? Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving a certified mail for an Edward Clancy Rootry. I had to break the news that they got my father's name backward. This is getting so confusing. Confusing.
Shame they don't have a junior.
Miracle Son is
I
Eli's
should come up with
M.
one. What would be a equivalent?
Miracle's Eli or Eli C. Oh, I see. Yeah. You're right. It says Uncle Junior or Miracle's Eli or Eli C, which means that Miracle's Eli.
Alright, while you set up,
Eli C.
let's grab the other one.
Okay. Smart.
Okay.
It's not her uncle. It's not Miracle's son. So there's another. And I also haven't read this one.
Oh, I never cut you
Fun
yet.
bonus. Apparently this was the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes based on the teacher's name she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out, but she remembers getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry, I'm glad she's gone."
Another illegitimate child.
Wait, so Lauren as a child
Good lord.
did have 3 siblings. But that made it sound like she had a sibling that she was unaware of. Might have been added later. Okay.
Okay.
That was a lot of reading. And that was everything for now.
Alright, time to add some more teeth.
Where's the black hair, green eyes? There she is. So that's Samantha and Zach in the foreground. Let's see. They squished 4 together, right? I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looks a lot like Pop did in the old picture. That's important. Also, the thick glasses were mentioned as well. I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. Oh, is this Lauren? Oh, yeah, Lauren's down here. Yeah, so Lauren and her 3 brothers. Oh. To me, he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. This guy looks a lot like her father. Okay, wait, so blue dress is our Lauren. There she is. So that's her second picture. But so far we only have Clancy Jr. I don't know about the other people. Grandma insisted we include Sam. Oh, yeah, right. Even if we didn't want to, none of us understood why. It's so obvious. Like, how blind can you be? So didn't think it fair Miracle Maintenance, since he's technically a 5-piece. So that must be the older guy, right? Not Junior. She's saying Miracle. Why didn't he make it in? He's a 5-piece. So that is up here. Miracle. This guy. Rocking the tie. Yeah. Do you think the tie is what ties together? Oh my god. The pictures? Because this guy has the same tie. Do you think he's maybe Miracle Jr.? Jim Ritchie as well. Clark. Oh, Clark is in here as well.
Those teeth for the top half.
Eli M. Is that the one we were trying to find? Hold on.
I have to wait because if I flip it now, they're all gonna move.
Yeah, that's not who we were trying to find.
Stay there.
Don't
Oh, you would tune up. You're starting to cool.
Miracle's probably the kid with the eye patch. Oh. Hold on. Right, because these are the 5. These are... Oh, I thought I accidentally clicked on a person in the background. Doesn't it look like that? Like, it looks like facial recognition in the wrong place of the picture. Okay, oh yeah, because this is her dad. 2 women. Could be that's Miracle, yeah. You're right, and that would mean that would be why he's wearing the shades to cover up one of his eyes. And then this must be Junior. Once you verify it, I can add another. So I can't add the other one. Click on the background guy. And the other picture. This one. Excuse me? Who the fuck is that? What? The blonde. Oh yeah, we can go by hair color as well. That's true. Gwyn is very blonde. So that would be her mom. And then dark hair. Has to be Gwendolyn. And what's left is, only one person left. So this must be Elias Jr. then? Right, let me do this so it's the same picture. So I don't, yeah, that's good, right? Do we know their occupations? Oh, I can add another Elias. Would it be, no, it wouldn't spot a beard, would he? Lauren said all the women before Gwyn are housewives. Oh, wow, yeah, that's true. Plus it was the early 1900s, so there's no way they were anything else. Ah! But it'd be fine.
They ain't been 4 hours yet.
That was a kid, yeah. Nice. Cool. Holy shit. Ooh, yeah. Family Gokus.
It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some Carl Rootree's belongings have apparently gone missing.
Oh, shit.
A framed photo of the Rootree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his
She stole it.
local psychologist about who would do such a thing for one. That article, search online, WRT.
I'm telling you,
That's WRT.
right now, that the lady who comes to our door, who is like, please map out the family tree for me, and who stole the picture, I think she's hoping to be an inheritor. Maybe. She's hoping that I can prove that she actually is part of the family tree. Also, yay! These were correct. We're mapping more and more of Clark.
Oh, it's coming up quite nice.
Where were we? Oh yeah, I was putting in housewife, I believe. Because that's what women did back in the day.
Alright.
Okay, wait, let me check. 15 of 18. I put in housewife now. Okay, still 15 of 18. But I think that's correct. Should we try and maybe Google Gwendolyn Roottree? Maybe her kids show up. I think I might have tried that, but... Oh yeah, now this is the new entry. Shall we fingerprints? Not long after they were set to return, you heard something on the radio. The photo you were given has been stolen. Yeah. You could search online for WRTD to find out more. Investigative jazz radios. Oh, so this is playing on the radio. Oh, I see. During their news segment, 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about a plane crash. The most recent hour, they also talked about the picture to the
I did lose a tooth.
Around here, it's not a patio, it's a patio.
Oh, I love those chairs.
Nobody likes to be told what to do, except when someone says, "Hey, eat erases!"
Here he is now.
Hi, I'm just trying to make sense of all this data.
Just get Saspaya.
Saspaya. No!
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
The quickest way from a billion points of data to a point of view. Saspaya.
Promised an interview online with psychologists. During the interview, it's revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely to someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the root tree curse being a real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture has evidence on it." Okay. That doesn't really give me much. Okay, we finally read all of the evidence. Miracle Jr. hasn't done it. How are you doing? Where are you? Oh yeah, because I don't have a picture or anything. We need to find out more about Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he shortened it to Miracle Jr. I thought that was a mouthful enough. That's why I only googled that. A televangelist who was part of the Miracle Network. Oh, maybe this can go into our periodicals. Leave it there. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was, maybe that we can look in Google. He was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in a disguise. His wife Edith Jacobson. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. No, this I was like, is that the guy? Okay. The author also mentioned that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. Ooh, maybe we can find her. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. Okay, so he's still a televangelist. Oh my god.
Put down as actor.
Oh, is that even entered as a... What do you call that?
Actor.
An evangelist? What do I put that in as?
Actor.
A fraudster? A preacher?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, now we just need his picture. A scam artist, yeah. Don't we have a picture? We suspect it's the guy with this guy. I think, because he has the same rainbow tie. So it's a guess. Job 8. Edith Jacobson. We find a link that seems to be a partial and corrupted list of archived articles from the Butler County Times. Articles cut off, but it mentions she had an arrest. There's a Crime Blotter article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions Helen Roottree and Lucinda Jacobson. Oh, Helen, who's that? In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation's church in Butler County. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly tithing. What was that? The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottree, who was there at the time, while her husband Miracle... Oh. Lennon.
John Lennon?
Where was I? Helen Roottree was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives, and so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I'm confident He has brought these young women to us for a greater purpose. More fraud," as her son would continue the work. Okay. And her sister Lucinda, but Lucinda doesn't seem to have any other... But now we found Helen, at least. And he was also a preacher then, right? Yeah, because it was his miracle house. Hey, and the right picture too. Nice. Wow, we're making so much progress. Booyah. Phone. Hello?
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it, but I did borrow it. I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed. I'm a fruit tree.
Yes.
I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of. If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
15 more? Damn.
50 or 15? Holy shit.
Okay. Oh, we still don't know her fucking Bill dude.
What the heck?
Fucking France guy. Or her kids. Okay, what should we do? What's the logical next step? We're looking into... Oh yeah, we can add pictures now for the miracles. So this one, we think. And then this one I actually don't know. But yeah, he was a preacher like his dad. God. And who would be his kid? Maybe we should look up more about Miracle Jr.? Yeah, we found out about him and Edith, but nothing about their kids. Miracle the Third? Hold on, is there a miracle? Oh no! Miracle the Third! Do you think he's a preacher? Okay, let's Google Miracle the Third. Ah, nothing. Period in time, a great deal over the years. Miracle Network, which is a collection of churches, television shows, and products that can be purchased, has multiple advertisements in each issue. You do find an article mentioning legal troubles. Unfortunately, it's a throwaway line in an article about a tour they plan to take across the southern United States called the 3 Generations of Miracles Tour. The authors speculate they're going on tour to leave their legal troubles behind, so all 3 of them.
Alright.
Because of all the advertisements, the results in the County Times are not particularly relevant to your search. Any attempts to find more in about these legal troubles is thwarted. Hey, found something. You found a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Rootries estate. It's quite bare bones and has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle Rootrie. Miracle Rootrie arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth. Do we know that? Elias and Gwyneth?
So leave a pick on May 3rd in your feed.
The main couple.
Okay, let me give...
Named him Miracle.
I'll find it.
Thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 40 years. That's why he was so younger. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems, but still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Rootrie Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself of the Rootrie name and took his father's destiny to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places.
Oh, you mean Baby Shark! Exclamation mark, LOL.
Near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence.
I think I still have that one.
Oh my god. The time. Ooh, Miracle the Third. And his wife Nicole. Oh, let's go.
What a mess this one is.
This one. Oh my god. The same tie again as well. Ooh, Nicole Smith or Madsen. Okay. So he is a preacher then, right? Fucking bullshit family. Your pastor, yeah. Wait, pastor and preacher, does that count as the same thing? Yeah, I guess so. Let's have a look. Witness the power of the Lord in the summer of '96 Three Generations of Miracles tour, featuring testimony from world famous Miracle Jr. and a special appearance from Miracle Roottree in his 68th year in the God's birth. Children now welcome, celebrate with your pastor Miracle III and his wife Nicole. Nicole. Okay, we could try maybe Googling the Nicoles. Nothing. Okay.
There are so many reasons to love Landish. Landish is the purest collagen you can find. It's whole body wellness in a jar. So easy to use. Just scoop, blend. Look at that foam. Enjoy the benefits. Join more than 100,000 Canadians who've made Landish part of their daily routine. Order today and get 20% off.
I hate this.
Your business
Freaking.
working even when you can't.
That's it.
With flexible health and life insurance.
This
from
nightmare
Capital Life.
stomps someone to death.
We have Gwen's photo. Another Gwen photo? Oh, this one, right? Yeah. Because that was the picture where she posed with her kids. 2 other pictures from Miracle Jr. as well. Oh yeah, we have one of them.
Yeah.
And maybe this one. Yeah, I think so. Oh wait, that must be Eli, the other Eli. Because they look so much alike, right? And they're next to each other in the picture. Let's get the evidence again. He's wearing like a... He's like a janitor, like a... What you call this?
Alright. Yeah. Release. Oh, lovely smile. I have to figure out who gets it.
Eli M. Next president.
I need a victim. Do I have a squishmallow? You're soft and squishy and smile so bright.
Fancy Flavor was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in 1979. It was Dynamite's first and historically most cited move for President Roottree. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea if they added fancy flavors to 5-piece, anyone could live like the wealthy. This philosophy led to a flavor in 5-piece that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less than 5 pieces sold less than it had any other year except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor and would go back to normal as soon as possible. Okay. And so he was a president, but bad move. Scarlet and periodicals. Ooh. Harry? Scarlet has played host to many Roottree advertisements over the years for many of their products, including 5 pieces. It's flood the results. Okay. Nothing on Guy. Maybe if it's gossip, maybe Samantha? Oh, yes! While Bill Williams was mentioned many times throughout the magazine's lifespan, stories and gossip about who he had been seen with in public, plots mostly. 3 specific passages stand out. The first mentioned one of his first role was under his real name, Walter Forsythe. Forsythe is a cool name, though. There he is, Walter. We finally got him. Thanks, guys. Second is an interview, although he doesn't mention her by name, you determine from context that he's talking about Gwen. Apology for all the ladies. I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favor. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wouldn't you know it, the son of a bee cut me from the picture. I'm just ribbing. It wasn't his fault. Apparently the studio didn't want to pay for a star of my caliber. I got the last laugh though. I met someone. She spent most of the film crying. She was playing the soldier's wife. But even through the tears, she was incredible. I know I tend to have a reputation, but this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, the third is a rumor that his divorce from Gwen was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwen arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, Gwen announced she was divorcing Wild Bill and also that she was pregnant again, giving this rumor more credibility. Okay. So they gave us his name. Do you think we should search his real name? See if maybe his kids show? Gal in the Gang. Directed by Bruce Throckmorton.
Do I have
Low
anything
budget
happening on the
comedy.
27th?
Comedy? Wasn't she crying at the death of her husband? Prolific movie director who released a movie every year in the 1960s until his death in 1993 on set. Most
Yep,
of his movies
I'll put
could be
'em aside
described
for
as
you.
camp, especially those from the early 1970s,
Period.
although you notice some critics seem to take
Good.
offense to the
It's 2 I've sold.
One of his signature flourishes was to include a silly message at a minute or two after a movie's credits. Most of these have been cut from the home video releases of his titles, so fans of his work have been trying to track down film prints to catalog them all. As fascinating as this is, it doesn't seem related to Richie's. Okay. Gal in the Gang. Nothing on that. Throckmorton III. Okay, so we have this. Let's see if we could have this. Yeah, we don't know who Margaret is. I tried to Google her, didn't I? Oh no. Oh, she's married. As well.
Thrilling, I know.
We haven't confirmed the second 5-piece kit.
23 of you on here right now. Yeah, you're lost. You find my live stream.
Yeah, that's the only one. Oh, because we don't have his occupation. Elias Jr. Oh wait, but we can. Oh God, there was a thing.
A thing with a thing and a thing and a thing.
And a something. It was like one of the diary entries.
There we go. Yes, this is a monster cow dressed like a
Architect, preacher, and
pig.
lawyer. Architect. He's an architect. Done. Okay.
I'm gonna put them higher.
That's
high as I
him.
can get them.
And then Samantha takes over the factory, but what does that make her? Have we tried Googling her? She took over the farm. Yeah, she did. Let's see. Does that make her a farmer? Oh, it does.
You need a bath.
Cool.
And you need a bath.
Hey.
And you need a bath. And the bath. Here we
5
go.
pieces. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. That feels so good. So we definitely did good work in the Miracle family. If only we had his occupation as well. We don't really know much about Elias M, do we? Yeah, we know these are her brothers. Who's in the background? Who's this lady? Eli C as Jim's dad. James. No, where did we read that? Refresh my memory. Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, Ernie and the kids. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Have we put in a journey? An Ernie at all? As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. Oh, the classic trust. That's a good idea. We'd read that a couple times. Classic Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottree, who was Elias's son and the company's head lawyer at the time. Profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never fully been disclosed to the public due to the ever-increasing success of the company. It is a significant amount of money. The classic
I paid almost $100 for those worms, and I can't fucking use them. They're that bad.
Still, there have been a few
I am so disappointed.
tried
Like, I shouldn't have to point out the obvious.
Most details online are pretty
I
vague.
do what I can with them because
internally.
I don't have a choice. I don't have time anymore.
Which apparently had a guest
So.
lecturer talk about the root trees versus RR in 1994. While looking into the classic trust, you'll often find mention of the 5 B's guarantee, which went into effect at the same time. The 5 B's guarantee, in combination with the classic trust, was the largest root tree's attempt to ensure that the root tree candy company would remain family business for eternity. Wow. In isolation, it is somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of root tree's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5 piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's close to $4. Combined with the classic trust, however, it makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whether or not this was a smart or successful decision is widely debated both online and in person by economics enthusiasts of all levels of expertise. Wait, I don't get this. The yearly salary of the president is locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. So his salary is 25 cents? What? Only direct relatives could afford to be president. You knew that because their passive income was tight. So being president doesn't give you extra pay. It still goes equally between root tree relatives. Search the court case as well. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. Court case. Wait. I thought, this root trees versus RR.
Don't I have any more neck pieces?
Details about this particular incident with regards to the classic trust.
Neck piece, but I don't think I'll be strong enough to hold the neck up. Alright, not that one then.
From what we can tell, RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock, Samantha, and second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Still, due to the ironclad wording of the classic trust, it was impossible to remove any direct descendant of the Elias root tree without completely dissolving the trust. There's no additional information online. Do we have an RR? Well, root tree something. First R, Riley, Raina. But that would be
Rebecca, Rose.
If we're thinking it's Samantha. Samantha's the only child I know of right now, right? But she's not really illegitimate. Why can I not say the word? Illegitimate. Yeah. I don't know why that word is so hard. Retreat first. Yeah.
Already damaged.
There's a long, rambling conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says that the retreats are cursed. It's been very recently updated. Important update. Carl and Brenda and their girls that are flying from the dead.
Multitasking would get nothing done.
Presidents of the retreat company have died mysteriously.
Hope you don't like China. It's already got a hole in the bottom. Useless.
Okay. So this guy's president after.
Probably shouldn't do that over that. Well, it's still wet. I promise there's a reason for this. Probably not a good one, but.
This can't be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5-piece backward, it creates a rookie skull.
I can't do that without the thing. I've done it before, sister. Quit your bitching and do it.
The alleged proof is a blurry photo of a reddish shape that's supposedly a cave painting from South America.
I'm not getting anything done, I'm just jumping.
The painting were bones from hundreds of different people and animals. One site also mentions that
gotta pick something to do.
The picture died when the boat capsized after crashing into a skull-shaped rock.
Vintage one.
Amongst the spinning skulls,
it's going upstairs.
No source or verifiable
man,
details to back up any photos or claims. To you, the blurry photo looks more like an egg. Egg baby. Okay?
I can work on you.
The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has four corners simultaneous for
Beautiful the way you look at me. Oh, beautiful the only one I see.
I don't know if that's copyright. Probably. Alright.
The owner claims that although the proof looks credible, he knows that the proof because he's an expert at creating. First entry from 1996 is a blurry picture of the Root Tree Candy Company factory seemingly taken by the website's authors and behind them the fruitful trees. It seems that Operation R229 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29, 1996.
Alright.
Thomas Over.
I can't make it do what I want. So we're gonna have to improvise.
Some people out there claim that the root trees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals, and that this will run out mercy with bad actors from the unknown government. Of course, an unknown government. They claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it's possible to get away with nearly any crime on a weekday, so long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over. And that every 4 years on a leap year, the Root Tree Company hosts a meeting with foreign agents who conspire to poison our children. Their proof is that root tree candies contain polyglycerol polyricinoleate, an ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it was first released. They claim it is added in an attempt to addict people even further and eventually induce mind control.
It's the same skulls.
The website still pills that counteract this effect for children that have already eaten the candy in the past. We do an additional search on this.
No, they're not.
And it seems to be
What's wrong with this one then?
approved by the FDA and widely used across candy products. That's so funny.
Those got a hole in the top, but it is ever so slightly smaller, which might make the mechanics work a little better.
Sites about mysterious death and curses. In addition to the root tree curse, you also find one about the tree.
I think I have another. Yeah, I have more skulls. What am I talking about?
It really stands for Satan's
Dozens of skulls. I have more skulls in a fucking graveyard.
In the year 2000, anyone who is drunk spirit cult will die. Another website is Stock Markets and the Devil's Numbers, which claims that if you multiply any stock price by 666 and also multiply the current year by the same stock price, and add those two numbers together and divide the entire total by the stock price, and finally
There's some craft projects. Oh my god, no, that's not gonna work.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Music is perfect for this section.
Here.
Well, that was a whole lot of nothing. So we have Guy Hudson and then Ernie Matson Jr., which we haven't even
Have
found.
to attach here to here.
We googled Guy Hudson, didn't we? We tried. We didn't really find much, I think. Yeah.
Maybe I should wire it, but I don't know if I can put a drill hole through that.
I think this guy with the glasses.
One second. Ooh. Just cut it off.
Something about having bad eyesight. You have to skip to the generation or something. Oh, see if it can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I installing some kind of malware? Behind a simple page called The Art of Rhapsody, Alan Prodigy that lists the author's email address. Below a bunch of gifts that say under
There is a small amount of leverage room I can take advantage of for attaching you.
Collage called Cousins, which seems to be made up of three scrambled images. The accompanying artist's statement says, "We had to create a piece of art about our family. I asked as many of my extended family cousins for their pictures as I could, even some I've never met. Only a few of them got back to me, and my teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Raina, Riley, or Rose. So I had to get creative and use only my third cousins." Hold on. This includes Davy, who's from Yukon, Bethany's yearbook picture, Davy's younger sister, and Stephanie, who's an only child. Chris's artwork has been added to your evidence, but the cousin's photo will need to be unscrambled before you can use them. You download a new app, Pixel Pop, to edit the photos. Oh shit. Wait, how do I... Oh god, how do you put this together? Huh? Can I move? Do you think they're... Oh, that lined up perfectly. Okay, there we go.
Okay, you're unplugged for now. Because apparently I'm playing with this tonight. Instead of getting actual fucking work done.
To enjoy your first smooth Hershey's dark chocolate after your not so enjoyable first date. Make room for sweet.
I can get this fabric off.
Upgrade your future. Powered by Canadian colleges for resilient recovery.
Gotta be careful not to break it, otherwise it's gonna toss the whole thing.
That is so weird. Oh, it's so weird how it just falls into place. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, I got it. Okay. Oh, dear God. How am I supposed to do this? Oh no, this is going to be so difficult.
Curiosity.
Okay, maybe it's not difficult. Maybe I was panicking for no reason. Okay.
Nope.
Wait, where did I...
That is in the way already. They didn't give me much room to work with, did they?
And then they're like... Teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Rachel, Riley, or Rose, so I had to get creative and use only third cousins. So does that mean first generation, third generation, or third, the rights removed? Is that what they said?
Maybe if I do corner to corner.
Chris, oh, Rafferty! He's a Rafferty! Is this Chris Rafferty then? No, wait, why would he be, Oh yeah, his dad's name. He would take his dad's name then. Self-include pictures of Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie. Okay. Why do I need their... Art piece was found on the portfolio of Beyonce. Oh! Lulu. Oh. Louisa? It's the
Louisa?
only Lou.
Oopsie. Get in there. I need to see if I'll hit if you go.
Student then? College
I see.
Yeah, more information about this photo. Inspect Chris's art project. So this is the art project. Get the pieces. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do I attach you?
So wait. that mean exactly? Third cousins. Distant cousins. People that share the same
There's already a hole.
but not the same great grandparents. Great grandparents.
There we go. We're smarter now.
Grandparent, great grandparent, great. So he shares. So it can't be anyone in the group. But if you put someone here. Okay, I did it. Okay. So let's put the description in. This includes Davy and Bethany,
Doesn't help me
Davy's
any.
younger sister. So Davy and Bethany are brother and sister, and Stephanie, who's an only child. Okay. So it has to be this generation, right? But only child.
This copper.
So it could be this one or this one. So Stephanie is one of these. And then Davy and Bethany could be either here or here or here.
I can't tell if it's hitting or not. It's close, that's for sure.
This one though as well.
I need some different wire.
That was the one I was looking at. Yeah, so it has to be one of these, and it's the black hair, but we have no idea. Bethany looks like green eyes, blonde hair.
I don't want to use my good jewelry wire, but it's all I really
What's the
have.
last name? Yeah, maybe we can find
Where's
out
that
more about
poking out?
them. He swims for Yukon.
Don't bullshit, you dumbass.
David Kellogg.
Motherfucker.
Oh, the Kellogg's.
Actually, that might not be a bad idea.
That's it. We saw Kellogg in the evidence name thing. There are a bunch of Kellogg's. David the third and fourth. And Bethany. Yeah. Okay, so now we have their last names. So their dad must be David the third. That's true. Yeah, because that's how they do things. Bethany was the younger sister, right? That means... No, we don't know that actually. But they were both students, right? College students. This one and this one. Oh, it says Davy and Bethany. Yeah. Oh, Davy's. Yeah, Stephanie's the younger sister. Or Bethany's the younger sister. So yeah, he has to be on this side. Wouldn't he be a Rookie though? He wouldn't be a Kellogg. Yeah. So we have the right idea, the wrong place.
Oh my god.
It can't be there, so it has to be here then.
Now I can actually get this tongue bit cleaned up.
Right?
I don't too much worry about damaging it. Beyond repair.
Can't be due to third cousins. Oh, yeah. Their mom was probably a retreat. We have Morden here. So this must be a Morden. Oh, but we only have women. Oh. Is this the two moms bit? We only have Mordens there. Bethany's not in college. Is that she? Bethany's yearbook picture. Yearbook is oh, that's K-12. Oh.
Rigid pad wasn't designed to save you from the jumping jack leak attack. You want poise, ladies.
This rare phenomenon happens every 200 years. Incredible. Do you hear this majestic voice? My voice. It's created with Artlist's ultimate AI voiceover, built especially for video creators. Generate high-quality narrations for your videos with voices exclusive to Artlist, and find the perfect voice to tell your story. Go to Artlist and start creating without limits.
Isn't it absolutely bonkers that you can walk into a store, hand someone a piece of plastic, and they will willingly hand over Reese's cups? Forget flying cars. This is it. We're at the pinnacle.
Oh, you're right. I don't know the American school system, so I had no idea. We got the kids. Okay. A little bit of progress.
My battery is dying.
They are Rotary, but they lost the Rotary name to Morden. So this is all. This has to be Morden then, right? Maybe? No? Oh god, I don't know. Can't find anything on David. Also, oh yeah, we haven't done anything with Stephanie. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you can't... Oh yeah, we had CM. We didn't make a note about this. Landon. Mama's Carolyn M. We have a Carolyn M anywhere? Carolyn. I don't think we put a Carolyn anywhere. Wait, what does this mean? Oh, a guardian. Adopted or otherwise. But yeah, if she says, Carl, we haven't seen it.
Carl.
That means it's
Where are the life
I don't know
rafts?
enough though.
According to the stars and the position of the sun at the bottom of the ocean.
We Googled her name in Butler County.
Okay. Still good so far. A little bit tighter, I think.
Oh yeah, Gun
These pliers are older than me.
Yeah,
Let me get them a little bit
Along
more
with his twin sister.
needle nosy to just tighten these up. Oh, that's it.
They both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Career era. Now guys taking over the Rotary company at the end of the year. Who would have known? Oh, maybe we should put that in 1977.
Nice.
Maybe in the timeline.
You bastard.
Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads, red hair,
there we go.
Two early guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher.
Hey, where is your... I'm gonna zip your butt up for now.
Angie and Christopher.
Watch, I'm gonna get this all done. It's gonna look fabulous. And it's gonna break.
Angie was Zach's.
Oh, fuck, where's the pin? Okay.
Guy's uncle and current husband, Zachariah. Yeah, he decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I..." Okay, Clara. Zach. Clara Lance.
Making an assumption of the direction of this.
Okay. Angelica, Angie, and Christopher.
Yep. I made the wrong direction.
And then Guy Hudson is the kid. Oh, and if Kellogg is there, then this must be Guy. Right. Housewife. True.
It's for the way you look at me. Oh,
It's not big enough to do the full lower jaw.
Wife Clara.
So I'm gonna have to make it out of
His
cardboard and
business broke
teeth.
up his family. Be it routine of faith in his innovative ideas, caviar, and he's eager to share them with the world. We like to think that boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed.
it's for the way you look at me.
It is heavy. It will wear out the mower, but this is what we're working with.
More. 1959 is a small verb about Zach Morden, son of James.
Where is the cardboard?
Grandson of Elias.
On the floor where I threw it.
He's quoted as saying, Elias entrusted me with carrying on his legacy, and that's what I plan to do. Along with 5 pieces, our chocolate maple products are selling incredibly well. We will not be making any changes. Okay. So is Zach the second president?
Do you work?
Maybe that guy was third after Zach.
You're not strong enough. I can't use you.
That would make
Yeah, you're not strong enough.
fourth.
You might be 50-50.
Clark is fifth. Yep. I know what I thought. Okay. There we go. Okay. He had a twin sister, true. He had red hair. That must be him, right?
I need to put something on those stairs tonight.
Them, because they seem to have very red hair. Next president, Guy Hudson, right? Yes. Okay, so
You working?
that's him. Bonnie.
Not yet. Okay.
Bonnie Jr. So many people still in here that we have no idea who they are. Oh, but we can't do that. The twin sister should be in here then. And we put Kellogg here. And these are correct, so we can't move this. David is there. So Hudson is in the wrong spot. Wait, David Kellogg is the spouse? Oh. Oh, right, because he needs to be a Hudson then. Bonnie.
It'll come be a minute.
Is that housewife generation? No, she is housewife generation. So, we don't know about Bonnie. Oh, boys and girls agree, yeah. Ah, there you go. Good idea. Because that's their faces, right? A series of television and magazine ads with chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed. Except when it comes to one thing, Root is their favorite. First advertisement in the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair. One of the magazine advertisements has been added to evidence.
There, that'll help with that a bit.
Oh, God. Let's do this as a second. Wait, no. We can
Where
do
the sanding block go right here.
that as her main picture as well, then. Right? That's them, I think. Bonnie Hudson. What did she go on to do? Does she do anything? Marble? Housewife? It's not really the housewife generation anymore. Oh, I never had kids. Oh yeah, well, because they were saying that he was poisoned, maybe, right? The conspiracy theories. Bonnie, Miss President, oh, Clark is in this picture. Could that be him? At the same tile? Or is it that one? What do you think? No, he doesn't have glasses there, so he probably didn't need glasses. I don't know if that's the same. Kind of no, the hair color seems too different, but maybe, I don't know. Glasses are similar. She's one of those.
Should have done that beforehand.
I'll put her here. We're so close here. Carl carried on for him after taking over. So they were colleagues. It went unsaid at the time that Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that had convinced of trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after we visited Brenda. Debbie. Ernie Jr. was 4th president. Hold on. Oh yeah. So I need
be
to
a
merge
mess.
some.
I have to keep it loose enough
Debbie, wife Debbie.
that the
child.
neck can still move.
And then we can
That's the
delete
furthest it can go over there, so
this
it
one.
can't be any tighter than that.
Okay. Right, and that's why 5th president takes over after Ernie. Okay, and it seems like she doesn't mention anyone other than Nicole, so I'm guessing Nicole's an only child, right? 3rd president is here, so 4th president has to be this generation, I think. So if we look at
I am maxing out the ability of this thing to do its job. I shouldn't have pulled those apart.
No. Wait, have we looked at Ernie in here? What's his full name?
I am maxing this thing out.
Oh, an E. There you go. Thank you. I was due to heart illness, Ernie Jr. is stepping down as president of Roottree at the start of the 2nd quarter of 1996. His second Okay, so 3rd
As far as I can get over there.
Wait, a pill?
It's a pill. Ask your doctor about root bounces.
Wendy's new grilled cheese cheeseburger is clearly a burger. Since, you know, it has a cheeseburger in it. See that fresh Canadian beef right there? That's a cheeseburger. Case closed. Try one today.
The number one tip I would give anybody is go slow. Go to town with that shaving cream. Just go, like, you shouldn't even see your skin. EL shave cream. If you know, you know. Period.
Wait, but if it's this generation, oh, this is so confusing. Hold on. Distant cousin, people that share the same great-grandparents, but not the same grandparents. This stuff is so hard to grasp for me. Okay. Been 13 years since Ernie was forced to step into the role of president unexpectedly. Back then, not much was known about the man other than his full name. In the years since, he's taken on a bit of a reputation as a real-life Wonka. He's known as a bit eccentric and reclusive, often to be called simply Ernie Jr., and to forgo the typical luxuries of the average Roottree. But in our estimation, he has been a shrewd businessman with an eye for sweets. Ernie Jr. has led Roottree to record profits by developing new products, including the ever-popular Maple Crisps, and by spearheading the formation of Rootstock with his cousin in 1982 after learning of Brenda Roottree's power in the fashion community. So Brenda is his cousin. Brenda Roottree. Do we have a Brenda? Did we enter a Brenda yet? Let me check.
No, don't drip. Don't drip. Don't drip. We ain't got time for this shit. Come on. Ow, hot, 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 hot.
They would have said it, right, if we already put a Brenda in somewhere. Carl's wife. Oh, totally forgot she existed. Okay, so if Brenda is his cousin, could be simplification, so it is second cousin. Do you think they could do that? Yeah. Because if it's second cousin, then it could be any of these spots. It would make sense if it's here, because we know of Nicole and who was it?
That was not as sad as I thought it was. Release me from your clutches.
Ages 5 to 18. Oh, so elementary, middle, and high school all in one. I see. Where did I? Okay. Wife Debbie, child Nicole. So not this kid, right? But how would we know if it's this or this? Who's the older? Who did she even have kids with? Do we even know?
I'm assuming another human,
If
but I don't want to
Ernie is one of
judge.
These kids, right? We have to be able to find something about a sibling. Read Lauren's book. Oh, right, because it's about Sam. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr., of course. If one of them is Ernie Jr., then the dad is Ernie. Ernest Matson. There we go.
I should be doing this with thread and needle to keep
Today
weight
Zach,
down.
It's been a long, long time since any real root tree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother. Gwyneth. Adopted grandfather. Oh. Adopted grandfather? But who's older and who's younger? But we don't know who's who. So now we know it's Ernest and Gwyneth.
The problem is
Fitting image of Patsy.
I'm running out of weight
Doesn't
that I can
have
use.
thick glasses. But I guess it skips a generation. That's where we get that. So
I need it
they
wider.
have glasses. Could it be him? If they both get glasses. Take Stephanie's last name. Stephanie. Oh, she's glasses too.
Glasses. Can't see without glasses. Are you old enough to remember that? You're welcome.
I don't know what her name is. We don't have a last name of hers. Oh, Ernie's kid is Nicole, true.
Cut that bit big.
Has to be Matson,
That is the
then.
plan anyway.
Let's look at this group picture again. Ernie Jr. Hold on. Ernie and then Gwyneth. Gwyneth is in the picture as well, right? Yeah. M. Okay, so it could be the glasses thing then. That's a good guess. And that would make him fourth, wasn't it? Fourth president. Oh, and then Debbie. Deborah.
I'm gonna have to make teeth. I don't have time to do them out of air dry clay.
Remember that.
Those are now too small for this project.
Because the candle lighting picture, right? That's none of these.
I want them to be big enough to come up.
Why not click on these?
That's fine for me. I'll put you right in there.
And that's the mom then.
There.
Oh.
Maybe out of paper? Won't be my favorite material, but it'll work.
I think this is the mom side. We're gonna have to swap these. I'm guessing K-12. And then we have to swap the pictures.
I made them slightly thicker. Just
She has
slightly thicker. Maybe at a foam.
I wish I could just like drag the whole thing.
Alright.
Goodness. Okay. We're halfway.
Thicker cardboard.
Nice. Evidence. These are very unhappy.
Slightly thicker.
Okay,
Slightly, but thicker.
Don't know what she did. But she's occupation. Angelica Morgan.
Something like that.
Or not. Karen, Bonnie. There must be one where she's in it though, right? This one?
Light too. I have material in this fucking place. I just need to figure out which one I need.
The next generation. Because these aren't the parents, no. And then Zach is here. What is this group? This is such a weird group of people. If you consider it's like Lauren and her siblings. Fucking Miracle Dude in the back. She has red hair. Oh, do you think that's the only thing we have to go by? It would be an older picture, yeah. That would make sense for that generation.
Wait a minute.
Oh, right, and she's the only
Well,
woman.
I have something up front.
Because these are all men, we know. It's probably her, yeah. Housewife, most likely. What did Bonnie do for a living? I wonder. Or does.
Fiberglass insulation.
Another bathroom. Oh, yeah, because they were the kids, right? And we don't know anything about specifically with the twins in the attic.
See if we can. It's light, it's thick.
Should we just put housewife in until we know better? Housewife until proven otherwise? We don't know anything about
Well, let me cut it though.
kids yet.
Nope.
He should be
Never
able
mind.
to have kids.
Damn it.
'Cause
I thought that
he's
would
the
be a.
president, so he should at least be in the business thing. Zachariah. Oh God, how do you spell his name? Zachariah Morgan.
I'm not running upstairs.
That's good. 1959, small blurb about Zach Morgan, son of James and Gwendolyn, grandson of Lois Ritchie, inherited the company. He's quoted as saying, Elias entrusted me with carrying on his legacy, and that's what I plan to do, along with 5 pieces. Oh, I forgot! I got tiny little Valentine chocolates from Marcia, and I was like, perfect for this stream, because it's all about little chocolate pieces. And then they're in the fridge downstairs. Son of James Gwendolyn, our chocolate maple products sell incredibly well, and will not be making any changes. Okay. How do we find his kids? And adopted. So, wait, so does this mean this person married this person, had a kid but divorced, remarried, and this remarried person adopted the kid? Also, I wonder where Stephanie Jones fits the picture in this, because wasn't she also... Yeah, there is that note. Have we figured out the CM? We have, haven't we? We have like a first name. I had a note on her. Oh, here, Stephanie Landon. Mom is Carolyn M. Where the fuck's Carolyn? Could be here. 2 moms, yeah. It would fit the picture. Married to a guy, have a kid, then married to a woman, adopt. Maybe. And then she could potentially marry this guy. And then how would they be related to Carl? Though, so they would be cousins? twice removed? I'm starting to understand second cousins. Okay, so in that case, this would be Carolyn M. Do we have a... Oh, we only have one... Oh, Morden! Yeah, that's it. Has to be. Morden. We don't have any other space for Mordens anymore. Oh, we're on to something. Okay, so don't know who she has the kit with, but then she later has... We don't know who the other mom is either, right? But then this has to be Stephanie. Landon. Oh, so it has to be a Landon. Either one. If she got adopted, then this might be a Landon. And then Brian Jones. Oh! Thank you, Gabe. Nice. Housewife after all. Housewife until proven otherwise. Nice. Boo, yeah. Cool. Okay. We're on the right track. And I think... Yeah, Deborah got a proof now as well, so that's good. What other Landons do we have? Only Mark. Oh, but Mark is a dude. So Mark goes here. Search for Carolyn Morden everywhere. Yeah, have we done that?
I think I'm calling it.
Not much detail. She seems to be social.
I haven't got the brain power to do this tonight. I'm just making a mess of things. So, thank you for coming into my live stream. And I'll see you another day, hopefully, when I'm, more productive.